This video is for you if you don't know what the hell Cloud Clash is. So Cloud Clash is a mode that unlocked quite a little while ago, but I'm going to be honest, I never really paid too much attention to it. I would just put my characters in and, just kind of let them do their thing. But I noticed that there's not a lot of videos on this. So, I took it upon me to actually learn a little bit about the system so that I can make this video. And hopefully you guys can fill in the blanks in the comments as you always do, make this a little community effort. Let's get into it. It seems to be a 1 week long event where each time that this happens, you will only be able to use certain factions. So for example, the current faction that we have are the wild and the light elements. And essentially how this is going to work is that you're going to be going a whole server versus another server. We got Freya 2 versus Freya 4 right here. And your team, as far as what I've been able to tell, is that you will always be the blue team. And you're going to have like a little ladder here that you want to get as high up as possible so you can get some additional ranking rewards. You can see right now I'm rank 18, and the higher you go, the more rewards you will get of this little leaf coin every hour, which we will review the shop here in just a second. Something I noticed is that you can fight your own people, like other people on the blue, but all you're doing is just taking their spot. Think of this as like Splatoon, where you kind of want to make the map be your color and have the map be more your color than the enemy's color, if that makes sense. I mean, in our case, Freya 4 is absolutely clapping our cheeks. So we would never want to fight another one of the blue factions. We will always want to look at the red ones and see if you can defeat them. Something very important that I didn't even notice we could do, and I mean, I guess I'll have to spend some gems here just to show you. But for example, if I try to fight this person, we are running at a bit of a deficit, but I'll show you guys. So I don't even remember setting up my teams, but I would always have like a team here, and I would just click like challenge here, right? Looks like we hit reset, so we're not going to be able to do. I literally just did this, so I'm so happy I did. I'm starting to get some additional loot. I don't even remember putting my teams here, but if you actually click on them, it's like any other stage. Now, why is this super important? Since you want to guarantee that you have the victory, you're going to want to go in here, and I know, guys, we're going to have to do a little bit of manual, but super important. Oh, look at this. Somebody's using the war drummer. This unit's very good. But you can see like their gear is very bad. They only have like purple gear. So this should be able to be an easy clap. But what I was saying is that if you have any assassins, you want to make sure that you put the tank in order to block the assassin. And then obviously you cover your unit so that you don't get sniped by the enemy assassin, right? So make sure that you're going in here. Also, make sure that you're actually putting gear. Here's an example, right? So like they have their serpent here. I'm going to move over my tank, right? And then that way we will guarantee them not actually going to my backline. Not only that, I will guarantee that I go into their backline so I can take over their genie, I take over their heals, and I'll be able to win this match, right? Or at least that's the idea. Guys, make sure, I never did this by the way, make sure that you're putting gear whenever you're doing your Cloud Clash. This is going to make sure that you actually win the battles and that you're able to push higher and higher so you can get better rewards. Yeah, it might sound like very, very dumb things, but subscribe. But legit, since this event came out, I've never really paid attention. There's this thing called Encore, which is gonna cost you like a little bit of gold and some diamonds. Always click it. It's gonna be worth it. This is gonna give you just some general buffs to your overall team. Everybody in your server should be clicking this. Hopefully you have an active server so that you're doing that so you can get the buffs and you can get better rewards. Now going into what you can actually get out of these. So you're going to be collecting these little coins, and there's a store for this where you'll be able to get a very good HOWLKIN in the Cloaked Trickster. What this guy does, he's an SSR plus. For every 10 login days that you have, you will get an additional 1% damage. Now it's interesting that it says 1% damage and not 1% attack. Meaning, is that just overall damage? You have the Mad Stitcher, which is the same thing, but for damage reduction. And you have this little imp girl that gives you some additional attack on arena, right? So I don't know if that actually counts towards the Cloud Clash, or if that is literally just referring to your PvP mode over here, this one that is called Arena. Very interesting word choice that you're using. The final arguments that I wanted to do in this video, and actually what made me want to record this video, is this is just me talking out of my ass, okay? So if anybody has the actual math, let me know. I know this will change drastically depending on your server, your placement, how many hours you were able to actually rank up and get the Cloud Blossoms, right? So take this with a grain of salt. Assuming every week you're able to get around 100,000 of the Cloud Blossom, you would be able to get one copy of your Cloaked Trickster after 5 weeks. We already discussed, it's a very good HOWLKIN, very good. You want this guy, right? I did notice this one thing that I think could be more valuable, which is the basic mana drakes. You can see they're giving you 500 mana drakes for the equivalent of 4,000 of those coins. You can actually buy 10. So for 40 bands of those coins, you could get 5,000 mana drakes. And what that's going to let you do is level up all of your HOWLKIN to be very strong. Like at the bare minimum, you'll be able to get all of your HOWLKINs like guaranteed at +4. Because after +4 going into +5, that's when you need the purple leaves. Even if you don't want to do that, you can actually synthesize your blue leaves into purple leaves and then go ahead and then potentially get those purple leaves into golden leaves and level up your Black Dragon or your Calamity HOWLKINs or like any very strong HOWLKIN that you maybe want to max out. I just think that's worth it. Now, what impact is that going to have on your ability to get your Cloaked Trickster? Well, if you're spending 40,000 of these every week, right? After 5 weeks, you would have spent a total of, you're going to be behind around 200,000 of these tokens. So you'll be essentially like 2 weeks behind anybody else that went straight for the Cloaked Trickster. And assuming we're currently at day 50, right? If we go another 4 weeks, like how much is that going to give you? That's going to give you like another 28 days, right? So we're talking that by the time that you're able to get your Cloaked Trickster, you will be able to get him to get you a 7% damage buff. I think it's worth it. I think it's worth it to just delay getting the Cloaked Trickster in favor of you getting your leaves so that you can make your account overall more powerful. And then by the time you're actually able to get him, you'll be able to get a better version of him anyways, because more days have transpired and he'll just be more powerful. Plus, you'll have all the bonuses from all of the HOWLKINs that you were able to level up. And if you're smart about it, you will be leveling up your golden alliances. That way, you're getting additional buffs on top of that.